Here are the scrolls you asked for.
Tight. So basically, the concept to go with the action figure is Lex thought it would be interesting to have something that I actually wrote inside every piece of action figure, right? So adding on to that concept, I figured that I would write some rhymes that are nowhere and won't be anywhere except for inside of the hands of the people who cop the action figure. So I'm gonna play some music in a bit and write some rhymes, about 6 pages, and then I believe that Lex is gonna cut it up and then put them inside each action figure.
Dude, that's dope. So you're gonna put a piece of what you wrote in here.
Yeah, man, yeah.
That is the craziest idea ever.
Thank you.
So everybody's gonna own a piece of your writing.
Yeah.
That's
pretty much.
amazing. That is.
And not only that, each action figure is gonna feel like a one-of-one because each lyric will be separate.
Yeah.
So everybody will own a piece individually.
Dude.
May have the same action figure, but will have something special.
Dude, that is the coolest idea I've ever heard.
Man, I love it. Let me get to work. What up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of No Hype. Today we have our third release under BAP, which is an officially licensed Chino XL action figure. But before we get into that, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Drop a comment, let me know you're there. Hit that share button because it's all of y'all's continued support that helps this channel keep growing and allows me to keep doing these videos for y'all, and also allows BAP to create these incredible action figures. Now, honestly, I don't even know how to start this episode off, but because when I initially spoke to Chino XL about doing this action figure over 2 years ago, one, I never pictured that it would take this long to release. And two, I never in a million years thought that Chino would not be around to witness this. So let me tell y'all how this figure came to fruition. So I initially was sent Chino XL's comic books by Gift Revolver, which is the illustrator who designed all of his comics in a black mask, issues 1, 2, and 3. And I think they still have a 4th issue that has yet to see the light of day. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was blown away by the detail in those comics. Like, yo, for real, I was like, yo, this is like some Spawn McFarlane stuff. Like, yo, how is an independent comic this dope? And that's just the art. How is a comic this dope not even like on shelves across the country? The art was dope. The story was incredible. But how could the story not be incredible? It was Chino XL. This guy was a superhuman wordsmith. So, of course, it only made sense for him to be a superhuman comic book character. Like, it was one and the same. It really wasn't even a reach for Chino, you know what I'm saying, to be that. And I was really impressed by it. And I did a review, started talking to Chino, and then I told Chino, I was like, yo, we should do an action figure because I saw the vision. So when I presented the idea to him, I also went back and presented it to my partners, Brain Power and Delicious Again, Peter. And of course, they were down. I mean, again, you're a hip hop nerd and we're talking Chino XL here. Like, as far as lyricists go, I mean, he's in his own lane. Met with Chino, met with Gift, met with the whole crew. We all spoke, and Gift Revolver sent us the reference sketches. We got a 3D rendering made, printed up some prototypes, and started this journey. And now when I say started this journey, I gotta tell y'all, first of all, this video is not just about the figure and it being for sale, but this is about really how much of an incredible human being Chino XL was. And it was his belief in us to execute his newest work of art and bring that to life. It was his sole belief that led me to just go and link up with the homies, really make this company a real thing, invest in 3D printing equipment, and learn the craft. Something I never thought I would do in a million years, but I knew I could if I put my mind to it, and I did, and we did. And now we have this incredible Chino XL in a black mass action figure. Now, this action figure was modeled after issue number 1 of his comic book titled In a Black Mass, where you see Chino with a bandana on his face that has a skull on it. He's holding a book in one hand and has flames on the other hand. He's rocking some jeans. He got Tim's on as well. Got all the extra jewelry that Chino is known for, the silver jewelry. I mean, this figure is very, very much a rock star, just like Chino. And the blister card packaging is incredibly dope. Of course, because it was designed by the one and only Gift Revolver. So like everything is very cohesive. Everything flows 100% on this figure. Everything was incredibly intentional on the design. And just like the cover of issue number 1, the blister card is pretty much the same thing except formatted for the action figure. And when you flip it over, the back has a small sample of just how prolific and brilliant of a writer Chino was. Now, I'm sure if you asked Chino about what he wrote on the back of this card, he would probably say, man, this was light work. Each one of these figures comes signed by Chino XL on the blister card. In fact, when Chino did a show in the UK, he personally invited Peter out, signed all the blister cards in person. Each one of these will have Chino's signature on it. And in the theme of the comic, Chino also put on a beat and wrote all new lyrics to a song just for the sake of giving his fans a piece of writing. So let me break it down for y'all. He put on a beat, zoned out, wrote some lyrics just to this beat, which I'm gonna let y'all know was literally written just for this toy. So this actual song will never be released. This is the only place that these lyrics existed and exist. And we did it with the intent of cutting them up, making little scrolls out of the lyrics. So everybody who purchased this action figure can actually have a piece of Chino's writing. This is something Chino was very passionate about and was very excited to do for the fans. So not only is each figure signed and you get a piece of a song that Chino wrote just for this release, that mind you is also handwritten on like this vintage papyrus, just dark movie-like piece of paper. You could probably draw a treasure map on it type shit and be like, yeah, this definitely fits the theme of Chino's comic, Chino's music, just Chino in general. This is something that like that just screams Chino. There's only 100 of these made. 89 of these are gonna be the blue flame variant, which would have either a right or a left arm in blue flames. Those are randomly going to be inserted. We did make 2 different variants just of the blue flame ones. There's going to be 10 red flame variants, which are going to be randomly inserted in any of the orders. So 10 lucky people will randomly get a super rare red flame variant. But the grail of this is going to be the 1-of-1 chase, which is the statue chase. This one is painted and immortalized like Chino as a statue. And 1 person out of 100 does have the chance to actually end up with that super, super rare figure, which will still include a signed blister card and a piece of Chino's writing that was turned into a scroll for this release. Like I said, we put a lot of hard work into this and really try to think about every little way to make this special. And I think we were able to achieve just that. Now, part of the reason this took so long because we're supposed to drop this figure around Christmas time last year, but after Chino passed away, none of us really wanted to reach out to the estate and talk about money and business and anything to do with Chino's name on it because it just didn't feel right. It felt cringe. And the last thing we wanted to do is come off like some people who wanted to make some money off of the passing of an artist, you know, which sucks because none of us expected this to happen. So we just chilled out, put it on ice. And when the time was right, we reopened conversations and made sure that whatever we sold and was supposed to go to Chino is now going to go to his family and the estate. And that's exactly what's going to happen with this release. Because one thing is for sure, Chino was very hyped about this release and we got the video to prove it.
Okay, so Gift to tell you, I don't get excited about shit. Nothing excites me. Nigga, I am excited. That shit is fucking fire.
He definitely wanted to have this for his fans because Chino was a collector himself and he collected action figures like a lot of us like a lot of us do, especially the cats who watch this channel.
Yeah, you want to present this?
Oh, to who?
To the world.
Chino XL action figure. They made me as brown as I actually wish that I was. Super cool. I don't even know what to say about it. You know, I spent my whole life playing with these as a kid, and now I have my own. And you know, it's humbling and it's dope. And it's from the character in the comic book, so it all works together, man. It works together.
My son is 4 months.
This is an officially licensed product and his family will receive money for this release. And if you want to know where to cop it, it's going to be on winwoodsocialclub.com, or you can definitely check the link in bio, which it'll definitely be in any of my links and bios and any of my profiles. I'm sure the Chino XL estate is going to be blasting the link out. Brain Power will be. Delicious Again Peter will be. And It'll also be in my link tree. There's pretty much no way to not be able to find this figure. And if you still have an issue, you could always shoot me a DM and I'll send you the link personally. Like I said, there's only 100 of these made, 89 blue variants, 10 red variants, and a 1-of-1 chase. And one lucky person is just gonna end up with either of any of these. So if you like all 3 of them, I would say you already know what to do. I really, really wish that I could have announced this release under different circumstances, because I would have loved to see how everyone reacted to this figure and how Chino would have reacted to people being hyped off of this release. Rest in peace, Chino XL, from everyone here at BAP and No Hype. Thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned for more dope and rare hip hop collectibles. Peace.